Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to chapter number 1 of Political Science Standard 9, that is Post World War Political Development. In previous part, we have seen the Constitution of India, how in civics the Constitution of India, Gram Panchayat, and different issue inside the India would happen. Now we will going to learn. Then we have seen the India's relationship with other countries and even the foreign policies, how India is interdependent with other countries. Then we have seen the background of the India, how the history used to work in the background of the India. Then we have seen about the World War I, how World War I, it's running from 1914 to 1918, that means almost 4 years, how many damages has happened. Now let's begin with the chapter, that is Second World War. The Second World War was fought between 1939 and 1945. It proved to be far more destructive than the First World War. Not only it was widespread compared to the First World War, that also more advanced technology was employed in this war. Countries which took part in the Second World War once again faced a situation of economic crisis. See, whenever the World War happened, the World War One, the World War Two, what happened? The economical condition of every country which took the part in the both the World War has to face a economic crisis. The economic level, the economic, for currency, or the value of the currency decreases a lot, because the loss of the public, loss of the people, and loss of the things. Now, countries involved in Second World War. See, allied powers, that is Britain, France, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India, Soviet Union, China and America, Germany, Japan and Italy. These are the countries which took part in the World War II. So see, you can see the Russia, Canada, there is they were divided in allied powers and the central powers, and this happened. Now, America played a major role in the Second World War. It had manufactured nuclear weapon. In order to end the war, it dropped 2 nuclear weapons on 2 cities of Japan, that is Hiroshima and the Nagasaki, on 6th and 9th August 1945 respectively. The Second World War ended with the defeat of Germany in Europe and the Japan in Asia. Among the many events that took place in the world after the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. 1945 to 1991 is the long period of the Cold War. Let us take stock of a few changes in this period. See, even today, America is the more developed country. They have extreme hold on technology, and they were very superpower. They still have the superpower, and they have a superior qualities of technology and different science. So in America was that time also played a major role in the World War II, and they have they have attacked in the Japan, with the nuclear weapon, that is this affects plays a major role in Hiroshima and Nagasaki on 6th and 9th of August 1945. See this. And this was the end, the 5 years period of World War II. And what happened? The Cold War started. See, now let's see the Cold War. America and the Soviet Union, who were allies in the Second World War, became competitors as soon as the war got over. The comparison between them gave way to rivalry. This rivalry occupied a period of 40 to 45 years of international politics. There were no open war between these two countries, but there was such tension in their relations, that is it seems that a war could erupt any time. The concept of the Cold War is used to describe the condition where there is no actual war, but there are such tension in the circumstances that they may be the responsible to cause war. In this period, America was already a superpower, but the Soviet Union also tried to become a superpower by making nuclear weapons and by increasing its military might. The struggle for the power, arm race, differences in the ideology, attitude of check making each other by the strategy and counter strategy gave rise to the World War. See now what happened, the Cold War. What is Cold War? That means you are not coming in front and you started fighting. It's about being backward and you have a grudges for other country. Still America and China has a very you know very like even they have a Cold War. You can see take the latest example, that is coronavirus. What happened with the coronavirus? That China has released the coronavirus, and what happened after that? America's economic policy went too down because the China has come with the coronavirus, plus they have the recovery injections and the recovery medicines and remedy for this coronavirus. And only in one country, that is Wuhan, only that one country is affected with this coronavirus and they are now fit and fine, but others all countries are still suffering. Even the India got attacked because of the coronavirus, and still we are facing this thing. So this is the Cold War between China and America from very long. Even the 40 to 45 years still pass and we are still facing this. Now, effects of Cold War. What are the different effects of the Cold War? Creation of the military organization. Now they have created the military of organization. See this. During the Cold War, both the superpowers created military organization. The respective superpowers took up the responsibility of security of the countries joining the military organization led by them. NATO, North Italian Treaty Organization, was a military organization under the dominance of the America, while the Warsaw Pact was a military organization under the command of the Soviet Union. Now they have increased, both the countries who are doing the Cold War between among each other has increased their military organization and military union. They wanted to strong their country by increasing their military organization and military organization. See now, bipolarizations of the world. During the Cold War, most the countries of the world joined either of two super power blocks or such a division of the nation of the world in two groups in the bipolarization. The scope of the Cold War increased due to this pair of tensions spread. Now what happened? Some of the countries are joining. See, they both having the superpowers. They both are the strong country. The China is also the strong country and the America is also the strong country. So the other countries decided to be with one country. So some went to China and some other country went to America. So these are the things. The Cold War still more spread a lot. See, bipolarizations. Now, arm race. The superpowers started producing arms on a large scale to outsmart each other. They start a rivalry to make more and more destructive weapons due to acquire the technology required for the same. But soon both the superpowers realized that the arm race may endangers international peace. Hence, efforts towards arm control and disarmaments also happening during this period. Now, what happened? They both are coming. The arm race were increasing. They are coming with new weapons because they are already very high in the technology. So everyone is coming with the new ideas, new weapons, and how to distract the other country, how to destroy the other country. But what happened? It was creating no peace in the other country. Even the other countries are getting affected because of these two countries. Then Creation of the regional organization. Developing nations created regional organization at the regional level in order to ensure mutual cooperation in the context of the superpower rivalry. They felt that economic development was more important. European countries came together and forward the European economic community, while the Southeast Asian countries, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, etc., established the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. What happened, the other countries decided to not to get into this rivalry system. We will make an organization because our economic is very important. We cannot let down the value of the currency and not decrease our economical crisis. So what they have, the European had made their own community, European economic community, and the Asian countries, which include Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, etc., made a new organization, that is Association of Southeast Asian Nation, to just to increase the economic thing. See this. Now, non-alignment. In this period of the Cold War, while the world was becoming bipolar, there were some countries which did not want to join the superpower rivalry. Such nations decided to stay out of the Cold War rivalry. Their policy is known as non-alignment. Non-alignment was an important movement during this Cold War. See, now some of the smart countries, they doesn't went to some of not with the strong one, not they have not joined even the some of the organization. They wanted to stay out of it, that we are not included in any of the strong country, not even in the organization. They stayed out of it. That's called non-alignment. Now the non-alignment movements. The Asian and the African countries which became independent after the Second World War supported the idea of non-alignment. This movement started from 1961 under the leadership of India's Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Pandit Yugoslavia Marshal Tito, President of Egypt Gamal Abdul Nasser, President of Indonesia Dr. Sukarno, and President of Ghana Dr. Kemwe Nkrumah. So these are the leaders. See, these are the leaders. These are the leaders who joined the non-alignment movement. One is from like Egypt, and even the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was included in this non-alignment movement, because everyone was thinking that our economics is more important than other thing. Evaluation of non-alignment movement. The non-alignment movement has opposed colonialism, imperialism, and racism. It has encouraged the resolution of international disputes by peaceful means. India led this movement under the guidance of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. India continued to actively support the movement afterwards as well. Even after the end of the Cold War, the importance of the movement has not reduced. The non-aligned movement is based on integral principle of humanism, global peace, and equality. It has inspired the less developed countries to come together. See, now what happened? We have started focusing on the different matters, that is imperialism and humanity, racism, because this is very important, rather than being the part of some super countries who are fighting among each other like from 40 to 45 years. So they have decided that after this World War end or Cold War end, we will going to focus on human rights and racism, imperialism, and these all. They will not going to go with this different rivalries and any of the war, because they wanted to focus to these topics, because they were facing these topics a lot. It has encouraged the resolution of international dispute by peaceful means, while taking a firm stand on the disarmaments, fostering human rights. The non-aligned movement put forth problem of poor undeveloped countries firmly. This movement made a demand of new international economic order. See, even the problem of poor, unemployment, and underdeveloped countries has to come together and deal with these problems, rather than being the part of the any of the war. Summarizingly briefly, the significance of the non-aligned movement has not reduced even if the Cold War is over. It inspired the less developed countries to come together. It brought several new streams of economic and social changes into international politics. It gave these countries the confidence to assert themselves with the self-respect in the international politics. Though those who are underdeveloped countries, they have to come with such a power that they can focus into the problem which is they are facing in their countries, the unemployment, the humanity, the racism and all. So they started focusing on this to increase their economic and social value in front of other countries, and with even with their self respect, that every country has the self respect, and they have to deal with it, that we can stand, even we are underdeveloped or developed countries, we have to face this. The next we will continue in next lecture. Thank you.